Every hour, every minute, every second, there's something new happening to your favorite pastime. Get all caught up here on Pastimes on the Mic. Be sure to follow Instagram X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Send us any questions to the Gmail below. I know championship week is still happening for some of you. One of our hosts in particular. But fantasy football is coming to an end. Fantasy hockey and basketball in full swing. So, boys, how we doing today?
Good. I was in one championship and I lost. So I don't know about you guys, but yeah.
I'm in the championship for me in Nick's league.
Still going on.
We're talking about that.
How you doing? How you doing so far? No.
I'm winning.
Oh shit! Dennis got the lead.
I have so many Eagles on my roster. I have AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts, and Dallas Goedert.
Damn.
And now I'm terrified because I don't know if Nick Sirianni is going to bench guys or what. He should, but when Jalen Hurts was like literally playing with brain damage, he was like, you know what? We'll do the tush push. So I never know with this guy.
So I
don't know if I want to go with Jared Goff. They're playing for the 2 seed and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
They're going up against.
Aren't the Cowboys and the Eagles playing for the division?
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
you're right. You know what? That's a very good point, Guy, and I didn't think of it.
I was just saying. I was like, I'm pretty sure because the Cowboys. I was supposed to go to this game. Well, side note, I bought season tickets to Washington. I went to one game. It was the home opener. What the? Yeah.
How much did that cost you?
Me and my dad split it.
Oh, but did you sell the rest?
Yeah, but we didn't even make our money back because the franchise is just so shit. But yeah, I was supposed to go to this. It's good. I was supposed to go to this. Listen, bright things for the future. Can only hope. But yeah, we were supposed to go to the game this weekend, and because I have 2 Cowboy friends, and we were supposed to go, and we ended up just selling the tickets. But I knew this game was going to be for something, whether Washington was somewhat relevant or I knew the Cowboys were definitely going to be playing for something. They were always a playoff team. But yeah, I would think they were going to play the Eagles players. I think.
So as the commissioner, I should know this, but after the first week of the championship, do you set your lineup again, or is it locked in? Really? That's sick, actually. Different, but so you can probably play some random ass motherfuckers who.
I was honestly considering picking up Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah, dude. Pick up
because
some.
The last week or 2 of the season, the 49ers give him everything. He's a Polish guy like me.
Yep.
Married a Hofstra girl.
Oh, I actually didn't know that.
So there's a slight Long Island connection. Polish American icons, Kyle Juszczyk and myself.
You should have picked them up yesterday, dude.
Yeah, I could do it today.
Do it today.
Is there a Thursday?
I don't even think the guy who I'm going up against has any idea that it's a 2-week championship. I'm not saying shit. And as my co-host of 3 different shows, you should keep your mouth shut too.
I got you. Who are you playing again?
Nasir.
It's Nasir. Oh God.
What does that mean?
He probably doesn't know it's 2 weeks because I love Nasir, but I don't think he knows
how he got to the championship.
Because dude, he auto drafted his team. He wasn't there on draft day either.
I also think that's half the league auto drafted. If you saw some of those teams, Guy, I've said this 100 times. I literally drafted while driving. My friend who knows nothing about football, I said, "Is this guy still available? Is this guy still available?" And every single time, I just kept saying, "What? What?" That's how I got Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, David Montgomery, AJ Brown, and Jalen Hurts.
I really did not expect Montgomery to have the year he is having with Jahmyr Gibbs.
Even with Gibbs taking over, though, too, Montgomery's still producing. He gets you 10, 15 a game still.
Because he's the red zone guy.
Yeah. Same thing with, like we said, we always go back with Jamal Williams.
Yep. Yeah.
That's Jamal Williams. I like that guy.
He's on the Saints.
He's on the Saints now, yeah.
Yeah, he's done nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
He did nothing when Kamara was suspended, too, because I had him, and I was like, oh, he's probably a good pick. Him and Kareem Hunt, they both did nothing.
The Pokemon
even with Nick Chubb going down, it was Jerome Ford all day, never Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, Jerome Ford really took off this year. But
I think Kareem Hunt had a monster game recently, though, didn't he?
Didn't matter for me. I'm out. Jonathan Taylor decided to come back after I lost.
I regret not taking him.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect Team 2E draft pick. Like, that's why I took Alvin Kamara. He kept dropping, and I was like, guys, he's only missing 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, if you start the year 3-0, that's still early.
Doesn't matter exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully this time next week, Dennis will join me. Not to toot my own tit as a fantasy champion. This week, freaking in 2 leagues, made the championship in 1. My cousin James, if you're listening, absolutely whopped me. He had Lamar Jackson, CeeDee Lamb. I forget who else, because at that point, once I saw CD drop 40, I was like, it's over. It's done. I think my top scorer was like DK Metcalf with 15 points. That was it. Jesus. But yeah, it was brutal. Got whopped there, but I won my Dynasty League. Guys in it with me. So I'll take it. It's a win. Lamar Jackson, MVP, Fantasy Finals MVP right there. And speaking of Lamar Jackson, one of our first topics of the day, has he secured his 2nd career MVP? I think it's pretty much a no-brainer.
Unfortunately, he did.
Yeah, I mean, McCaffrey's
really
out,
should
and
be
he didn't do much last week, I guess, to put him at the top. I still think it should be McCaffrey, but I'm just feeling like all signs are pointing towards Lamar.
If you really look at the stats, it shouldn't be Lamar. It shouldn't be.
I was looking at him this morning, and I was like, I don't like. What does he have? 27 passing touchdowns. I think he has 7 picks, and then I think he has
6 touchdowns,
800 or 900 rushing yards. Which that in itself I'll give him credit there. Like that. I mean, he is that type of quarterback. No, it definitely isn't. I mean, that's the type of quarterback he is. But I mean, it's still he's still having a great year. Like nothing.
He's having a
fantastic. I just don't think it should be McCaffrey.
It's not his 2019 MVP season, that's for sure. But
no,
I think with how this year went, and I said it since Tyreek missed that 1 game, he's kind of cooled off a little bit since returning from injury. I'll keep it consistent. You guys know me. I've picked McCaffrey all season long. The fact that, I know this week is kind of bullshit with the playoff teams. They rest a lot of their starters. I get it. He's missing next week. He got hurt, I think, in the 2nd quarter. Just past weekend. I'll keep it consistent. I kind of took Tyreek out of the MVP race because he missed a game. He's kind of cooled off. I gotta keep it consistent. I think CMC that hurts him a lot. And who else is left really on the board? I mean,
it does. I know it does suck too, because like this is the week that everyone's getting sat. Like even Lamar's getting sat this week. He's not even playing in a must-win game for the Steelers. So I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like CMC's, and again, I still believe CMC's the MVP, but I feel like if what really needed to push him over the edge is he needed to have like a crazy breakout game against the Commanders.
Yeah.
And I think he actually ended up getting hurt.
Yeah.
So that definitely didn't help him. But again, like I said multiple times, I still believe it should be him, but I think he needed to have that explosive Christian McCaffrey game in Washington to really have that debate with Lamar.
Exactly. And it didn't help CMC's case at all either, with Lamar throwing 5 touchdowns, perfect passer rating.
No, he
went nuts. Yeah. The voters were already licking their chops, He was already the favorite by then. So once he had that performance, I think he's at like negative 20,000 or something.
I don't know what's worse, the college football voting for the Final Four or MVP voting for the NFL.
Well, you know my answer.
Yeah, I know.
But me and Guy were talking about this though. Definitely offensive player of the year, hands down. McCaffrey.
Yeah, I just feel like it's always the runner-up to the MVP.
That's what drives me crazy.
Yeah.
It should be the other way around.
Yeah.
It should be quarterback of the year and offensive player of the year is separate.
Yeah.
Or quarterback of the year and MVP are separate. Yeah. And a quarterback of the year could make it the Johnny Unitas quarterback of the year, or the Otto Graham quarterback of the year, whatever you want to call it. And then just have the MVP be whoever.
The best player on that said and so team or whatever. Yeah.
Right. When people were saying Brock Purdy should be the MVP, it's like, stop it. And what reality?
That was bad.
I thought like Trent Williams was more deserving of being the MVP. They'll never go to an offensive lineman. And it actually, honestly, the Ravens game kind of proved that point. The second he went down, their whole team collapsed. And their whole team collapsed, aside from Christian McCaffrey, obviously. But like it is just ridiculous. As for Lamar Jackson, congratulations, champ. I mean, it's what's going to happen. You know, like who can win it? If Jalen Hurts goes for like 350 yards, 5 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, in there, and like destroys the Giants, okay, maybe, but like I don't know.
Yeah, like
and the way they do the MVP award is strange to me. Guy's right. I'm glad that they changed the format, that it's like a top 3 vote getter. But then people were saying like the past few weeks, Josh Allen could be the MVP. It's like, really? Weren't they the most disappointing team for the first 10 weeks of the season?
And they really have. They have picked it up as of late.
They are hot. They're hot right now.
But hot right now is almost losing to the Patriots who missed 3 field goals. Okay, all right.
I don't know. I mean, no, but
hot maybe to Antarctica.
I'm just saying, in the win-loss column, they're hot. They're winning games at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, a W in the win that's in the win.
I'm not sold on them as a team. Like, and again,
no, I mean, I think come playoffs, I think Josh
playoffs
Allen
is a different animal. Like the Chiefs look like dog shit, but like, I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
No,
I'm not putting.
I'm not trying to, obviously Tom Brady's Tom Brady, but when Tom Brady got into the playoffs, he's a way different player. It's like to regular season to playoffs. Like it was like, so I just think the Chiefs are just so familiar with the playoffs that when it comes playoff time, they know what they need to do to win. And as well as, I guess you can kind of say the Bills, but they continue to lose in the playoffs to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I will say this though. Someone else in the AFC is familiar with the playoff atmosphere and actually won a ring. Joe Flacco of the Browns. They look unbeatable.
Yeah, they look crazy.
I really think they can win the AFC. I might put a little
why not?
Cheese on there. Huh? Put a little mozzarella.
Hit those odds, baby. Yeah, no. That's not a bad pick either. That defense is really good. And Joe Flacco is just like turned the clock back to like 2011 right now. It's kind of crazy.
I don't know. I'm not sold on Joe Flacco.
It's a good story. It's a good story, but how long
it's
does
a good story
last?
But I mean, come on.
I hear you. And
it's something to watch, monitor, to enjoy while it's happening. It's another Josh Dobbs story. Like it's just so NFL like for this to be happening right now. Like I can't explain it better than that.
Joe Flacco's having a better year.
He's having
Aaron Rodgers.
I'll give Joe Flacco comeback player of the year, and even if it's a first round exit, that's what I'll do. I'll give Joe Flacco that.
I think him and DeMar Hamlin should share comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
Because one of them came back from literally being dead on live TV. The other one was just bad.
Win it, dude.
I mean, we've all watched.
You know what I mean? Like
he's alive. Like you said,
I was saying this to my friends earlier in a group chat that they should do what the NBA does with the most improved player. Have that and have comeback player of the year be separate.
Yeah.
When Geno Smith won it last year over Saquon Barkley, I was like, this league is unserious.
I mean, but at what point are we just going to have so many different awards? Like, we need to have a quarterback award. Like, I get your point with the
best
most
tight end award
and the best comeback or the comeback. I don't know. Because then you're just going to find yourself picking different awards, like multiple awards. How many awards are you going to have?
I can tell you're not like a diehard baseball fan.
I'm not.
Hockey has a ton. I don't even know them because it's not the MVP. It's what the
hockey. I think hockey has probably the best
Hart Trophy.
The Hart's MVP. Norris is best defenseman.
And
Vezina's best goalie. The Calder is the best rookie.
Whoa, wait a minute. Let me ask you something. How is the Vezina and the Norris? Can the goalie win the Norris, or is it only defensemen?
Defensemen.
No, it's only defensemen.
So it's not goalies.
Yeah.
No, they have Vezina.
But then they have the Selk Trophy, which means best defender. So like Bergeron was a forward. He has the most Selks all time. Honestly, I like it because there's a lot of different aspects to like the game of hockey like that.
Yeah, it's interesting, but
the award system for hockey, I love.
Football has the
That's why there's always controversy when it comes down to awards. Like there's always going to be some sort of disagreement. I mean, I don't know. No, but to your point, I mean, I'm definitely not a diehard baseball fan. To your point, then.
Oh yeah, well, baseball has And now they have all MLB. Finally, they have all MLB. It only took them 100-something years. But then there's the Gold Gloves, which is by position, the all MLB, and then they have the Silver Slugger. Not counting I guess counting All-Star, you have 4 different awards just for the best player at that position.
And they have like Major League Player of the Year too.
Yeah, they have MVP, and then they have Rookie of the Year, Cy Young Award, Manager of the Year, and I think they're the only one that has different conferences get different awards.
Yeah, so like just 2 MVPs a year in baseball, not in basketball, not in football, not in hockey. Yeah.
So, and I actually kind of like that more because baseball is very rigid in that regard.
Yeah, but baseball I like it for. Like I wouldn't like it for like. I wouldn't like it for like basketball and stuff, or especially hockey.
They don't have divisions.
Yeah, exactly. Like hockey, if there's 2 MVPs in hockey, like that's stupid.
Basketball, over half the league makes the playoffs.
Exactly.
I'm not talking about unserious.
Football, on the other hand, the AFC and NFC, I can maybe see it, but then again, like we're talking like this year alone, like I don't think there should be even 2 MVPs this season alone. Like that's how lackluster.
Let me ask you, why not? AFC, Lamar Jackson should be Tyreek Hill. NFC, Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, like I said, like we were all kind of just dogging Lamar before because we all wanted CMC, and like you said, Lamar Jackson. Personally, I'm not against him getting the MVP, but it's like
no. I mean, I like
Lamar Jackson. I'm okay with it.
No, I don't think Tyreek has done with him being out. I don't think he's done enough now since he's been out, since he got hurt, than Lamar to win the MVP. I think it would be CMC, then Tyreek. I mean, then Lamar, and then you could say Tyreek Hill. Because Tyreek Hill's been out for what? Or just barely been playing for what?
He missed like 2 weeks ago in the last 2 weeks. He's been not bad, but he's not like
in the video, his house, I mean, definitely everything's okay. His house was just burning down, but he was in a walking boot. He was in a whole boot outside of his house.
He's like playing kind of like a decoy role, maybe just getting some targets or whatever. I don't know. I haven't really been watching the Dolphins, but
yeah, I mean,
maybe he's playing hurt. Maybe he's playing hurt.
He's definitely playing hurt. I mean, he's in a walking boot.
So,
well, the Dolphins are playing to win the division. If they win, they win the division. If they lose, they don't. Well, if they lose and the Bills win.
Well, there's a lot of things that need to happen this weekend. Like if the Steelers win, they're not automatically in.
Do you want to hear my predictions for who's going to make the playoffs? I did this the other day on my college show. Hold on. You ready for this? I went through this meticulously for like a half hour with my co-host, trying to figure out all the scenarios where teams would have to lose, like what would have to happen. So I came up with my definitive list of who I want. This is my prediction. And listen, I'm a showman. I'll always want the most entertaining outcome. I have the 1 seed in the AFC as the Ravens, 2 seed Bills, 3 seed Chiefs, 4 seed Colts winning the division, 5 seed Dolphins, 6 seed Browns, 7 seed Steelers. NFC, Niners at 1, Lions at 2, Cowboys at 3, Buccaneers at 4, 5 Eagles, 6 Rams, 7 Saints. That's an exciting postseason, man.
That is
Colts
fun.
winning the division.
I do like the Colts pick. I like the Colts pick.
It's exciting. Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, that Colts
Minshew mania.
Yeah,
that Colts Texans game is gonna be fun this weekend.
I can't wait for it.
Steelers actually need the Bills to lose, or the Bills to beat the Dolphins, or lose to the Dolphins. No, I think the Bills need to lose to the Dolphins, or the Jaguars need to lose in order for the Steelers to make it.
If the Jaguars lose to the Titans, I think if the Jaguars lose and Steelers win, Jaguars are out.
And the Steelers make it.
The freaking Jaguars.
And I think the Jaguars are a little rough right now. I mean,
they're frauds.
They've been like objectively bad.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor Lawrence hasn't been that good, and he's been hurt. Who do they have? Beathard at quarterback right now?
Yeah, CJ Beathard. He actually did pretty decent this week.
No, yeah, he did. They won. They won with him.
Travis Hunter had a good game too.
Anything's possible. I mean, I think the Steelers can beat the Ravens at home with Huntley at quarterback.
I low-key feel like Huntley's going to cook for some reason. I don't know why.
Huntley's not bad. We saw it last year. He's not bad.
I feel like he's going to cook. I feel like he's going to cook. I don't know. We'll see.
That game last year when I went, that was sick. It was Ravens Steelers at Baltimore, and the Steelers won on a like a toe tap corner of the end zone by Najee Harris.
So you also have Commander season tickets. Do you live down south? I thought you were on Long Island.
No, I'm in Long Island. I'm on Long Island. I'm not. Oh my God, I just said in Long Island.
You're not a real Long Islander, man.
No, I live on Long Island.
Yeah, he's on Long Island.
Oh, okay. Because he's
dedicated, bro. He does the trip and everything, man.
No, yeah, I love traveling and going to sporting events.
Real? Oh,
I drove all the way to New Jersey. Watched the Rangers game 1 against the Devils last year.
Okay. The farthest I ever went was when I went to Miami for the World Baseball Classic.
I think Pittsburgh was probably the farthest I drove for a sporting event.
The farthest I guess driving wise, MetLife Stadium. That's on another planet.
Driving wise, it's not that far from me, but the furthest I've been was Petco Park in San Diego for the Padres Angels game.
Yeah, I guess we could say traveling because I hate flying. I don't like flying, so.
Yeah, I'm a big dude, so flying I don't love.
I just don't like the fact that we're in the air in a floating tube. Doesn't really fly with me. I don't like that.
Good, nice pun.
Yeah, I like that.
Good one, guy. Real knee slapper right there.
I don't even think I meant to do that, honestly.
Doesn't fly with me. Planes? Nope, they don't fly for me.
No.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But yeah, yeah, football, man. it's
yeah. I guess that's kind of. I mean, we could maybe switch topics. There was some big basketball news with the Knicks making a trade.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we definitely got to talk about that. And Dennis, I actually want to hear your opinion on this. I thought about you when I saw this news happen. Yeah. So the Knicks acquired. I'm gonna botch his name. OG Anunoby, right? Yeah. So they got him. They traded away RJ Barrett.
Whoa.
And RJ Barrett, Emmanuel quickly, and a bunch of picks.
I think it was a second.
It was a second.
Yeah, and then the Knicks also got Malachi Flynn, right? And
and another center,
Precious Achiuwa.
Yeah.
Love that name. Oh my God.
I'm watching the game right now. It's actually probably the first time I've actually turned a Knicks game on this year.
So how do you guys feel about that trade? And Guy, I believe you're a Knicks fan, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess you could. I follow the Knicks. I'm not gonna say I'm a dedicated fan like I am with the Rangers or Washington, maybe the Yankees. But I don't know. I mean, I think Barrett isn't as much of a loss as Quickly for the Knicks. I feel like Quickly off the bench is like a very. He wasn't runner-up to 6th man of the year last year. If I'm mistaken.
Like that.
I'm
hearing a lot of Knicks fans say this.
Well, I mean, I was at work and my boss is like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Like, we just traded away Barrett and Quickly, like." I mean, he's like, and it seems like it's like, around the same answer from most Knicks fans that they're upset about losing Quickly.
Yeah, Knicks fans love Quickly.
I mean, Quickly off the bench is just like, I feel like he's just an energetic player. Like he can shoot. I don't know. I'm sure I'm kind of botching the basketball talk, but yeah, I feel like Quickly is probably the bigger piece of the loss there.
I've been saying it for a while. I think Barrett's stealing at his very best, I think, is an overqualified 6th man. Like Lou Williams, Manu Ginobili, Kyle Korver, Tony Kukoc, guys like that. Where it's like they should be, like they're good enough to start on teams, but they're like 6th man. I think that's his peak. Yeah. Like that's his maximum potential, which isn't bad at all. I mean, just named what?
I mean, I know
2 Hall of Famers. So,
yeah,
like I would like that for him. So I wish the Knicks held on to Barrett and got Anunoby. I don't love the fact they gave up Quickly as well. I know all the reports are saying they wouldn't have brought him back for whatever reason, but Anunoby is also an expiring deal. So leveraging your future with RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly, even if you let Quickly walk, you can then slide Barrett into the 6th man role if he's willing to accept it, which I don't know. And then acquire OG Anunoby or Donovan Mitchell or somebody else that might be in free agency or might want out or something like that. But yeah, I don't really think it's a drastic move one way or the other. I don't know. I guess they felt they needed the defense and they wanted the big man depth in getting Achiuwa. But yeah, I don't know. It was a weird trade. I thought it was a very weird trade, in my opinion.
It was so random. It was just out of nowhere. Like,
it
didn't really anything. Nothing was like really being talked about. It just happened.
it helped either team drastically. I guess you could say like the Canadian part of it for RJ Barrett and just getting the jersey sales, having a guy that for 100% certainty would want to re-sign at some point and be a career Raptor. He grew up a Raptors fan. How many guys in the league can you say that about? And that is the kind of stuff that matters, as trivial as it sounds to us. Canada, how many times have they had guys walk away? Kawhi, Vince Carter. I don't even think Alonzo Mourning reported to the Raptors after he got traded for Vince Carter.
What about Van Vliet? What about Fred Van Vliet?
So many guys that just did not want to play for Toronto or for Canada, right? Steve Francis, Stevie Franchise, when he got drafted. I think it was him. Or was it Bonzi Wells? One of them. He outright didn't want to play for Vancouver. So it's hard. It's hard to build something for them. But then there's also reports that they're thinking of trading Pascal Siakam. So what are you building? And if I'm the Knicks, that's who I would have tried to get. Because then you have a starting five. Instead of getting Anunoby, your starting five would be
Brunson.
Randall.
I don't know. Who's their shooting guard now? DiVincenzo?
Hart or DiVincenzo?
Hart or DiVincenzo. They're still trying to figure it out. Then you have Siakam instead of Anunoby. Or Randall. Maybe if you want to go extra first-round picks or something like that and swing both of them, and then you take Randall in that in your lineup. Maybe you want to move on from Randall, whatever. And then your center would be Mitchell Robinson, but he's injured, so they have to settle for Isaiah Hartenstein at the moment, who's not bad, but a less defensive-minded center and more of an offensive playmaking center, kind of like a Ivica Zubac light kind of player. He also came up through the Clippers, so there's those parallels. I don't hate it. I don't hate it for the Knicks, but I don't think it changes them drastically.
I mean, they went out and they signed what's his name right after. Like, I don't know if McBride, they went and signed him. Like, I don't know if that's their plan to replace quickly off the bench. I don't know.
Could be.
But I don't know. I don't know if money's an issue with the Knicks and getting OG signed. But I read somewhere that he was willing to take a pay cut possibly to stay with the Knicks. But other teams, he would have wanted more money. I don't know.
Okay.
I
didn't see that. So that could be a part of it. They have money. I'll look it up right now. I'll double.
Don't they have a ton of first-round picks too? The Knicks.
They're actually in a very good spot. They should be in a good spot.
I mean, I don't know. Brunson's really turned into a star, though.
Yeah, he's insane.
Yeah. I mean, Randall just went off last game against the Timberwolves. He dropped 40 points. He didn't have a single assist, though. He didn't have one assist. He had 0 assists.
All right, so I did just pull it up on fanspo.com, who I think is pretty reliable. I've used them in the past when I was writing columns. And it is up to date. Their current salary is... All right, so they're under the luxury tax by $5.1 million. All right. It says minus 24.1 cap space, but their roster cap is less than... But they're still under the tax, which is weird. So there might be injury exceptions and whatnot that figure to that. They have 4 first-round picks in this year's draft. 4.
Wow.
1.
They're definitely going to be trading those.
The Dallas... I don't know if they'll be trading this one. They have a Detroit one.
No, they will.
That's worth its weight in gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. If you're the Raptors and you're trying to rebuild, and I say, I'm going to give you that same deal that I gave you for Anunoby, I'll give you that Detroit first-round pick and my own pick, because they still have that, and I'll throw in a second or two for Anunoby and Siakam. Who says no?
Oh yeah, if you're the Raptors, you got to do that.
You got to rebuild and build around.
Because if
RJ Barrett,
if you're trading one guy away, you're trading one, win now piece away an OG. You might as well, get everything
build
you can
around
for Siakam
Barnes
as well. Yeah, and build around Scotty Barnes.
Because
I know there's Gary Trent still there. I know he's a bucket, but I don't know that really does.
I know what the stats say about Pascal Siakam. And it's the same way I feel about Bam Adebayo. They're not centers.
No.
They're not centers. You could put a cow in front of me and say it's a lion. It's still a fucking cow. They're power forwards, man. They're power forwards.
Yeah.
Can Kevin Durant play a little bit of center, moonlight a little, have some fun, get funky with it? Sure. Guess what? He's not Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like I've never looked at, like I always looked at Bam and Pascal and said they're power forwards. When they won that championship, what position was Pascal Siakam playing?
Power forward. And Marcus Gasol at center, right?
Marcus Gasol and Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it was their battery. So I don't understand why they moved away from it.
Yeah.
I get it. He's good at closing out on the perimeter and whatnot, but that would be good. Even if the Knicks wanted to amend that trade, this hypothetical trade, and throw in Randall to get off the money, that Detroit first round pick, man, I don't know if it doesn't look like it's protected. I don't think. It says protected 1 through 18, but I'm not sure exactly what that means.
Okay.
For them. But let me ask, let me just Google it.
Yeah.
There's Detroit.
A freaking Detroit Pistons pick. That's money right there, man.
Oh my God. No kidding.
That is money.
On their 2024 draft picks. Let's see. Let's find out. Second round. Do the Pistons have it?
What's the score right now, guy?
It's 30-29. I'm thinking right now, I'm just looking at like, what is someone like, because I was just looking and the Bulls aren't in the best scenario. Like, what do they do with someone like DeMar DeRozan at the trade deadline? Like, do they trade him?
They're talking about Zach LaVine too, him getting traded as well.
Well, I'm just looking, like, I feel like Ball's been on the IR for 30 years.
Okay, so I looked it up. My mistake. I scratch everything I said in the last 5 minutes. If the Pistons make the playoffs, the Knicks get it.
Oh.
Yeah,
if they don't get it, it becomes a second round pick. So it's a Pistons second round pick. It's the first pick of the second round.
Gotcha.
Assuming the Pistons trend to be the last place team. So, all right, my mistake. I was about to say, I don't know how people haven't been talking about that more.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the first time I ever heard it. I was like, because a few of my buddies are Knicks fans. And
the protections always kind of throw me for a loop. I'm sorry, Knicks fans. I apologize. They also have a Washington protected 1-12 and a Dallas, that 1-10 Dallas pick.
Wow. Was that from the Porzingis trade?
I think
all those years ago, or was that something
I have
else?
no idea. It might have been.
There's too many trades in basketball, man. I couldn't.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, basketball's a lot of trades.
I don't know.
So many pick trades.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So many pick trades.
So you said they were talking about trading LaVine too, or they weren't?
LaVine's been a huge trade rumor.
I think they're trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, he's been the biggest.
What about DeRozan?
They should move on from him too. At this point.
They're both kind of older, right? Or is LaVine? How old's LaVine?
LaVine's like he's not like super young anymore. Yeah, he's not like 22.
And DeRozan's obviously
DeRozan's like 32, 33.
He's 34.
I mean,
yeah, he's 34. Wow.
I have it up. Do you guys want me to just share a screen?
Yeah,
so you guys can see it. Hold on a second.
I was gonna look up his stats and see it's still DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, he's still a bucket, but yeah, he's 34. You got something.
Yeah, he's averaging 22 points, 5 assists, 3 boards, 4 boards.
Wow, DeRozan's 34. I'm getting old, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. I guess because they're 15 and 20. I mean, it's still early, I guess you could say. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna be sellers.
I think so. I like that kid Kobe White though. That kid's good.
That's definitely a piece to build around.
Yeah, he's sick.
He's young.
Guy, look.
I mean, what happened?
I have no idea. He just disappeared.
He said he was going to share the screen.
Yeah.
Bloopers, man.
Yeah. Ever since you said it, it's been a fucking blooper reel this whole time.
Yeah, man. Whatever.
What a night, huh?
Yeah.
This is like the 10th time I've tried to share my screen. And it just ends up with me in the.
What are you trying to do? What are you on? Basketball Reference?
I was on fanspo.com to do like the trade machines.
Send it to the chat. Send the link to the chat. I'll bring it up.
Will do. We'll do. That way you can see.
Yeah.
If we want to do anything, we can just like throw out a trade.
Yeah. After this episode does, we're gonna look over some stuff with this.
We gotta go to the film room.
Yeah, we gotta go to the film room. We got
crunch some tape. That would have been our best game. Gotta bury the tape.
We gotta look some shit over.
And I didn't even know that Kyrie was out for 12 games.
Yeah, he's been out for a minute, but he's back now, right?
Was he having another episode, or was he actually?
He got hurt. He got hurt. Surprisingly, honestly, with this whole episode and his mental health, I haven't really heard much about him like that. I know he got hurt. That was pretty much it.
Mark Cuban told him, "Hey, I'll get you on the Shark Tank if you want to, keep it together, please."
Yeah.
Get you on Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can sell your herbs and spices and your sage that you burn. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call it courtside sage. All right. Let's present.
Oh no, the Devils are tied 3-3. How are they letting Washington back?
Capitals?
No. Yeah, so I had the Bulls up. See where it says add team? You could go to the Bulls and you can see all their picks, everything they own. A little further down. There we go. So you can see DeMar DeRozan has an awful contract. It's 40 for 4 years. He's injury prone. He's injured. As Nick alluded to, Kobe White has filled in for him and has just been tremendous since.
Yeah, and he's on 3 years, $11 million a year.
That's so great. They're going to try to get rid of Zach LaVine.
Yeah, LaVine's definitely going to get.
Yeah, he's gone for sure. Yeah, guy. Also, DeMar's a free agent next year. Is that what? Am I looking at that right?
Yeah, it says 1 year. So
yeah, he's got to get moved. Man, they got to get rid of him.
I want the Knicks to get him.
He could be a great rental somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I think DeMar would be pretty good.
I think the Knicks are close, man. I really do. I really think they're close.
Find a way to get Vooch too, man. I mean, they need a center desperately. They can't. Mitchell can't play. He can't.
A center.
They can't. I mean, Mitchell Robinson is always hurt, bro. Always.
Yeah, I feel like the Bulls
when he plays though.
I feel like the Bulls got to sell Vooch.
You got to. I mean, he's pretty young, right? You could send him there. Send him and. I mean, I don't know what else you're going to send. You just sent your two young guys.
You can't send an injured player in the NBA, I don't think.
All right, hear me
I mean,
out
he's coming back. When's he coming back?
Not this season.
So he's done for the year? Oh, my God.
That's what I heard, yeah.
So you guys said the Knicks need a center,
Scratch
right?
that.
You're looking at Andre Drummond, Nick.
Drummond would be an awesome pickup for them.
He had a monster game last week. He had another 20 rebound game or 18 rebound game or something like that.
This guy has been a backup the last 3 years to Joel Embiid and Vooch. Like, dude, when he's a starter, he's an animal on the boards. Like,
he's such a good rebounder.
He's
did he get like 25 boards?
It doesn't get more traditional center than Andre fucking Drummond.
He was the best. He's a man out of time. He really is a man out of time.
Yeah.
Same thing when Enes Kanter and Marcin Gortat were in the league. It's like 1983 called, and they desperately needed you.
What did you say,
Can we cook up a trade right now? Let's cook up a trade.
All right, guy.
All right.
I like this.
Guy dipping his
toes in the NBA pool.
I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm the most knowledgeable when it comes to basketball, but
this is like me trying to get.
I'm trying, man.
All right, let's see.
This is like me trying to get Patrick Kane to the Seattle Kraken.
let's get
30 minutes.
Who would you say? You said DeMar. You said DeRozan to the Knicks and Drummond.
I feel like that'd be an awesome pickup for the Knicks.
I mean, that's obviously. I mean, they're selling. They have to be selling. Let's just say down the road.
Anunoby has 2 years, but it's an opt out after this year.
Let's say down the road the Bulls are out and they're selling. So the Knicks need a center, and I'm sure they would love to get DeRozan.
Dude,
that might require giving up Randall.
So let's say we'll trade DeRozan, and what do you guys want to go with Drummond? As a more realistic
I'll tell you what, Drummond, DeRozan, and Caruso.
Caruso would be a good pickup.
Caruso.
For Julius Randle. And a few picks.
Julius Randle and a few. How old's Randle? 29. Okay, so you're not getting that much younger.
Play power forward for you.
Siakam.
This gonna last long. Yeah. They get Pascal Siakam too.
Three-way trade.
Yeah, why not?
All right. So what? You want to add draft picks? How do you? Okay. Assume you click
picks. It shows you all their picks.
So you can't touch that Detroit one because Pistons ain't making the playoffs.
So yeah, what picks would you send to the Bulls for?
They're gonna want a first.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know what.
You got to send your own first. That's the top one.
All right, so send their own first.
Send that Dallas pick.
Now, is at the end of this, is this going to approve or deny it?
Yeah.
Okay. I like this.
Yeah, I wrote entire columns based on my findings on this website. I loved it.
All right, so here's what we got so far. We got DeRozan, Drummond, and Caruso going to the Knicks. Outgoing $41 million. God damn. Julius Randle and 2 first-round picks in 2020.
I think you got to give up another player.
Yeah, Knicks got to give some depth here, some picks.
They got to give up another player. I don't know if they give up that roster. Give up that new center they just got.
Yeah, but now you're not solving. You're creating a problem again.
I know, but you have Hartenstein who can come off.
The Knicks should send Jericho Sims.
I mean, you're laughing, but that's not that bad. I mean, he's a young center with potential.
Oh, I forgot they got Taj Gibson.
So God, don't even mess around.
Jacob Toppin, is he related to Obi Toppin?
That guy should be in a retirement home.
He could be. Toppin, how many Toppins do you know running around?
I think he is related to him. Definitely. I mean, if you're giving him Caruso.
Oh, Devils are up 4-3.
Maybe give him Grimes.
Ooh. All right, I'll tell you what. Why don't we just try to get Caruso to the Knicks?
And say scratch it with DeRozan and Drummond. They need Drummond though. They need a real center, especially if they're.
All right, so what do we do?
Maybe just try Drummond.
Try Drummond only.
Yeah, just try Drummond. Try Drummond and a few picks.
2 second-round picks. That deal gets done.
So which second round?
Give him like a pick. Give him like a second-round pick in the upcoming draft, and then like one like in 2030.
2030 round 2.
Exactly that.
See what happens. That has to get approved. This guy's making pick and scratch.
I honestly couldn't tell the last time I tried.
So you hit try trade?
Yeah, there it is. Success! Hey!
Yeah, that's good.
There it is.
The GMs.
Right. That's what the Knicks need. A real center. They can move Hartenstein to the bench. Oh my God, I know basketball now. Come on.
I know.
Dude, could you imagine Andre Drummond and Julius Randle starting? You want to talk about big boy ball? Got Taj Gibson on the roster, Isaiah Hartenstein,
and then bring in Boogie Cousins for the bench.
So now
he's too busy doing his podcast with Rachel Nichols.
So now I'm just curious.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I gotta say. They're gonna try to get rid of Randall. For Andre Drummond, he's not that good.
DeRozan, Caruso. I'm doing that old deal that we were doing.
Oh, okay. Gonna see if it could go through.
Yeah.
Why don't you throw in Ryan RCDA? No.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm a wordsmith.
You can trade the staff.
Yeah. Yeah, you can trade coaches and such, man.
Give him fucking.
Yeah, give him a trainer.
Give rid of Thibodeau, bro.
Give them an athletic trainer. Get rid of Anthony.
Oh, give him Brunson's dad.
I don't think you could trade him. Actually,
you can't trade. I can't trade. Who is it? Go back to that. I can't trade Darren Erman.
You're telling me I can't give him Rick Brunson?
Rick Brunson.
Andy Greer makes too much money. We got to get rid of him. I'm kidding. I don't know that guy. I'm sure he's a sweetheart. But
what the fuck is this? What's TE?
Trade exceptions.
Interesting.
The Obi Toppin trade exception.
Let's see. Let's try this dude. Where is he? Oh, what about Evan Fournier, bro? Don't the Knicks not even use him?
No.
Something about bird rights that they actually get $9 million if they keep him. The NBA economics is off the wall.
He's just sitting on the bench, taking up space.
Yeah, bro. Ryan Arcidiano.
Fuck it.
I'll never be able to pronounce that name.
Little sweetener. All right, ready?
I mean, he is a good 3-point guy.
Look at this. It got it. Hey, it got 2 wins. It got 2 wins.
That's good.
Our offense got worse somehow. Our minutes per game got better. Our defense got so much better. Oh my God, 5 points better almost. That's all Alex Caruso. He's a demon on defense.
Yeah, nice.
Might be the best defensive guard in the league.
That's crazy. Wow.
Who's Mike Conley on? How do I get Mike Conley in here?
Is he on the Jazz?
How do I get Mike Conley on the
is he on the Timberwolves now? What is
this
guy jumps
Mr.
ship
Buckley
everywhere.
might be right.
I think because I was literally just watching the game.
Oh no, wait. Actually, yeah, I think he's on the T-Wolves. Actually,
yeah, he is. He is on the Timberwolves.
We're gonna get lost in this. Oh my God.
Yeah, we are.
We should probably X out of it.
Yeah. It's so addicting. I would spend hours on there just coming up with the most absurd.
That
trades.
is dangerous.
Last year I traded. This might have been a great trade in hindsight, and I got flamed on Suns Reddit for saying it. DeAndre Ayton for Mason Plumlee, Terry Rozier, and a couple of picks, and people that's the stupidest thing ever. And then we
steal for you guys.
Literally traded DeAndre Ayton for a guy who never plays.
No. How is Ayton doing this year?
He's not bad. I have him on one of my fantasy teams. He's not bad.
Yeah, he's all right.
The only thing is he just doesn't attack the rim. He's a center who doesn't attack the rim.
Yeah.
It's like a goalie who doesn't get saves. You're
useless.
Yeah. Your words, not mine. I'm sure he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But I'll never forget that year. That year he pissed hot for the amphetamine.
Yeah, dude.
He's averaging.
Actually, I think it was like a colon cleanser or something.
He's averaging 13 points, one assist, and 10 rebounds.
I'll just say 1 rebound. I was like, whoa. It's not bad here. It's not horrible.
0% from
it's
three,
average.
So he doesn't shoot a three.
He's average.
I've never seen him shoot a 3 in my life.
Yeah.
Well,
or at
Ben
least
Simmons can't hit a 3 either. So
Ben Simmons can't hit a shot. How's he doing, Nick? Talk to me about Ben Simmons.
He's still out. He's still out.
Back injury.
Back injury. Yeah, he's.
Tell me something I don't know, Nick.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Well, we kind of jumped. We had enough fun on the trade pieces. Jump ship to baseball about Chris Sale to the Braves.
Yeah, no, this is actually pretty cool deal. Yeah, and the Red Sox got Vaughn Grissom, who
Grissom is good.
Personally, I like a lot. I think that's a good deal for Boston. But I will say this: I'm not 100% sure on Chris Sale's contract or whatever. I don't know how many years he has left. I think it's a couple or whatever. It's a good high reward. I would call it low risk for the Braves because their infield's already set. They didn't really need Grissom.
Yeah.
So I think Chris Sale's going to go fucking bananas next year. But then after 2024, he's going to regress hard. But I think the first year in Atlanta is going to be fucking nice for him. Maybe, I'm not saying Cy Young, but I think you can finish maybe top 10 Cy Young finish possibly.
For him, it's all a matter of staying healthy. That's been a real struggle since he's gone to Boston, is staying healthy. And let's be honest, Chris Sale was born to be a Brave.
Yeah.
That dude just looks like a Braves pitcher.
He does.
Lefty, just whipping it, Yeah. So I like it for them.
I wasn't going to say I wasn't too, so like it kind of fits.
Yeah, Vaughn Grissom, what are you going to do with him? The Red Sox get off that contract. I forget how much they're paying or if it was even disclosed how much money they're paying on him, but they are paying some of that contract. But it is like, it helps them clear the books a little bit, reset. They're pretty far away from catching the Yankees, catching the Blue Jays, the Orioles.
Yeah.
The Rays, Lord knows what's going to happen. One guy just got arrested the other day. And on a manhunt across the Dominican Republic.
I sent the link in the group me chat that with what just came out. If you want, I don't know if you can pull it up, Nick. But
yeah, and then the Rays, all they really did was get Papeo from the Dodgers. That was really their entire offseason. I didn't see them do much.
Holy shit.
No Wander Franco, no Tyler Glass now. You bring in Ryan Papeo from the Dodgers. Then there's reports that they're going to trade Randy Arozarena too, which is insane to me.
That's what the fucking Rays do, man. They trade away before they have to pay these guys. They trade away all this top talent, and then they somehow find
they can afford it.
And they somehow find better or good, just as good talent in their own system. It's insane.
How come we don't have any fans?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like
when they also play in a freaking bubble. Shit's fucking. I hate that place, bro. I hate when the Yankees play there.
I want to go there just to see how bad it is. I don't know if this should get edited out or not. If the Bay Area in California wasn't like didn't have like an awful reputation at the moment, I would want to go to Oakland just to see how bad Oakland Coliseum is before it gets torn down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
How can I? Oh, I can send it here.
Pay my respects to the greats. Catfish Hunter, Reggie Jackson, Ricky Henderson.
I just sent it to you.
Yeah.
I just sent you the link for what's his name?
Yeah. Some Raiders. A lot of Raiders played there too. Randy Moss, Derek Carr.
I just have a very vivid
Marcus
memory
Russell.
of Jason Campbell getting sacked against the Raiders at that stadium. Go figure. Washington quarterbacks getting sacked.
I'd always get a kick out of the football players playing on the baseball diamond. You want to talk about unserious? That used to happen sometimes.
I think you got a. Yeah, that's it.
So, Guy just sent me this. Prosecutors accuse Franco of commercial sexual exploitation and money laundering. Dude, this guy's
oh my god!
And if you scroll down, there's a whole what's it called? Yep. I didn't get into all this reading because as soon as I see words, I kind of just scroll off.
Anthony Domingo in the DR.
I can't actually read, guys. I can't actually read.
Dominican prosecutors on Wednesday accused Wander Franco of commercial sexual exploitation and money laundering following allegations that the Tampa Bay Rays shortstop had a relationship with a minor whose mother also faces the same charges.
Pimped out her own daughter?
Damn.
Right.
Prosecutors requested that a judge hold Franco on a $86,000 bond, bar him from leaving the DR, and place him under house arrest. They noted that the money laundering charges stems from allegations that Franco made payments to the minor's mother. Jesus Christ, bro. Wow.
Now, listen. Life there is way different than life here. Am I wrong? Like, it's like shit like this is going on. I feel like if Wander Franco is just another dude, just hanging out, like didn't have this platform of an MLB superstar shortstop or whatever for the Rays, like this probably wouldn't have really gotten noticed. But I mean, because he's a player of.
Oh yeah. Let's see. The judge is scheduled.
Dennis's face.
You know what it is? My dad was in the room. So he almost tripped it. It made me laugh. I have to stop myself from laughing.
He's like, "Is this a sports podcast or is this Law and Order, Dennis? What's going on?"
What are we trying to figure out?
Nick, you know how much I love Law and Order. Dude, I have 20 episodes in my DVR right now. Nice. I'm trying to crunch through it. I've recorded about 15 more for tomorrow.
There you
Can't wait. All I look forward to is recording sports podcasts and watching Law and Order.
Yep. He lives.
It's an okay life. Could be better. Could be worse.
I mean, my dad
recording without Law and Order.
My dad just came into my room and said, "Why aren't you on COD?" So.
Yeah, but Wander Franco's fucked. I think we all do.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah, it doesn't look good. Yeah, breaking news from Pastimes On The Mic. Yeah.
Well, in other news, Gio is returning to New York, possibly.
Gio Urshela?
Yankees or Mets? Don't know. Gio Urshela.
Probably Mets.
He was a good guy. He went bananas against the Guardians in the 2020 playoffs.
Yep. Should never got rid of him.
No, he's no Josh Donaldson.
Yeah, he would have. Yeah, that's for sure. Nah, he would have been such a good.
I stand by the IKF trade so hard. I don't care what anybody says.
Oh, Guy, hear that?
I stand by the Donaldson IKF trade. Listen, in sports, you have to take bad contracts. It's the nature of the beast. You know what I mean? You got a young catcher in Ben Rortvedt. You got IKF for 2 years. You have to take Josh Donaldson. Hey, we'll see what we have with him. But it was a bad contract. Bad contracts happen. You know what I mean? Like, people were like, this is awful. This is the worst contract. It's not that bad.
I mean, I can't really argue it because, the Yankees didn't win with Gio and they didn't win with Donaldson. So, at the end of the day, what the fuck did the Yankees get? Just an overpaid old fuck.
That's kind of how I look at it. Yeah. It's like, all right, let's say at their very best potential right now. We saw that with Gio Urshela. Donaldson, we didn't see when he was with the Yankees, but we knew the potential.
Yeah,
so it wasn't like a bad trade. It was a bad contract, but that's life.
Yeah,
probably he was making $18 million a year, probably $10 million more than he should have.
I mean, IKF ended up playing multiple positions for the Yankees when they needed him to, so I can't complain.
I was
there. I personally fucking hate Josh Donaldson, and leave it at that.
Me too. I was never really a huge Donaldson fan ever.
No, I mean, if I had to see that guy swing and think he hit a home run, and he's jotting around first, thinking he just hit a fucking home run, and he's really only hit a double. I can't. And swinging down to his new topic. Screw this guy. He sucks.
But I will say this though, Gary Sanchez, I do not miss at all. I think people forget how bad he is defensively behind the plate, and he's such a bad bat too. Like
so bad.
Not for the Padres.
Yeah, for the Padres, he had his home runs. Yeah, but
I can't believe they didn't re-sign him.
Yeah,
that's a man that should go to the Brewers, and that's a man who's not going to go to the Brewers.
Yeah, they need some freaking power and pop in that offense.
They still haven't discovered offense.
They just need offense. That's
they're still waiting on it.
Yeah,
but like the Angels in pitching.
Yeah, exactly. Freaking IKF, I loved all the Yankees. He was fucking awesome.
I liked him even last year when people were like, he's literally the worst player ever. It's he's really not that bad.
Yeah, no, he was sick.
He's really not. He puts the ball in play. The rest of our team literally doesn't.
You know what's gonna happen now? He's gonna be a fucking Yankee killer now.
Yeah, that's always what's gonna happen.
He's gonna be a Yankee killer.
Go to Toronto. He's gonna fucking hit a grand slam,
and people are gonna say, "How did we let this guy go? Yeah, exactly. He was the next Derek Jeter."
Next Derek Jeter.
We have Jeter down, so
I can't wait.
Yeah, we got Jeter down.
I can't wait for the calls to the Michael K show. I saw this guy play, and Michael against the New York Yankees. I could have sworn it was Pee Wee Reese himself suiting up for the Toronto Blue Jays. I could not believe who this guy was. That was the same little IKF who couldn't do nothing for the Yankees. Fire the whole staff. I'm sick of it. If George Steinbrenner was still around.
It always goes back to that. It always goes back to that. If George Steinbrenner wasn't around, we'd have a big duffel bag of steroids in the locker room. Every single guy on the team would be mandated to take it, and we win 18 championships in a row. Thanks for taking my call. I'll hang up and listen.
That's on point. It's on point.
4-3 Devs. Here we go.
I mean, besides, it's really all like the big news. Like that, I'm fortunate that one of the biggest news articles this past week for baseball was Wander Franco getting arrested. But
yeah, baseball's dry right now.
It really is. I mean, I'm as of all of us are.
I think Cody Bellinger's still a free agent.
Need the Yankees to make a trade for a pitcher.
The Rain and NL Cy Young winner are still free agents. So
Yankees have spent. They're one of 4 teams that have spent $0 in free agency.
That I'm fine with.
And I'm
not
say
who the other teams are. I want to guess the other teams. Did it say who
I didn't. I probably should have looked at that.
All right. Oh. I'm gonna Google it, and I'll try not to look.
The Cubs didn't do anything yet, right? It has to be the Cubs.
And we'll try to guess to say what teams haven't spent a buck yet.
I would have to say.
I definitely know one of them.
Did the Cubs make us? Am I bugging?
Let's see.
It's definitely not the Padres. I mean, they're fucking signing every international player.
Everybody born in the Pacific.
Yeah. Definitely not the Dodgers.
Oh yeah, I think they've had their fair share for the next decade. All right.
Tell me what to go.
All right, hold up. I think I have it. I have the tweet. It's loading. All right. Let's get the ball rolling. All right. So there's 5 other teams. No, I was gonna look. I'll have you guys guess. All right.
I think it's one of 4 teams, so I'm looking for 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a total of it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this is a little dated. This is a little dated. So, because I know one of them was the Blue Jays, but they just got IKF, so it can't be them. So it has to be 1, 2.
Literally got an update on my phone saying the Yankees have spent.
All right, so I have 7 teams here join the Yankees. So there's 6 other teams.
So it's a little outdated, but we'll figure it out. All right.
Yeah, it's a little outdated.
One of them is definitely the Boston Red Sox. They've not spent any money. Incorrect?
Incorrect.
Who did they get?
The Cubs?
The Red Sox got Giolito and Guy is correct. The Cubs.
Shoot. The Cubs are on there? The Marlins, my fish.
You would be correct, Dennis. The Marlins.
Oh, sad fish.
Mariners?
You guys are on a heater. Let's go. Yep, Mariners.
Mariners.
So wait, you guys said Cubs, Marlins, and Mariners. There's 3 more teams.
I think my beloved Brew Crew made trades, but I don't know if they signed anyone.
It's not the Brewers. All right, no, I'll say 2 more teams. One of the other teams I was left was the Padres, but they just got that
the Asian cat.
Yeah, they got the guy from Japan and Korea. Yeah, so it's not the Padres. So there's 2 teams left.
Do you know that guy? I forget his name offhand. He is the brother-in-law of Jung-Hoo Lee, who went to the Giants.
Really? That I didn't know.
He married the guy's sister.
Wow.
Yeah, crazy.
All right, so there's 2 teams left, and I'm pretty sure they're the ones that still haven't spent a buck yet.
Pittsburgh Pirates got Andrew McCutchen, so it's not them.
Correct.
I don't know. I was on a heater.
The Washington Nationals.
Incorrect.
Oh, yuck. Oh, the Tampa Bay Rays.
Incorrect.
What? They signed
I know the terrible Tigers spent money.
They did. They got Kenta Maeda, bro. Can't wait to buy a jersey. I might buy one after this episode.
Yep.
Oakland A's.
Believe it or not, no.
When the Oakland A's have spent more money in free agency than the Yankees are, you know that's a bad sign.
Yeah. I will say this, though. With the Juan Soto trade and plus, like, the amount of good free agents that are still available, I'm glad the Yankees aren't really up here just yet. Like, I'm glad the Yankees didn't fucking buy Lucas Giolito. Not the Texas Rangers, now.
Guardians.
Not the Guardians.
Twins?
Ding, ding, ding. There we go. The Twins. That's it.
And oh my God, they lost Maeda and
Twins are frauds. Twins are frauds.
You said there's one more team?
Be careful for the Tigers, man.
Tigers should be interesting.
Tigers might win that division because that division is trash. So decent might get you a dub.
One more team.
The Colorado Rockies.
There it is. The Colorado Rockies.
Hey,
yeah, so
right.
Just based off of memory here, the Yankees and it's the Twins, Rockies, Marlins, Mariners, and Cubs. As of right now, the only teams that spend a single dollar on MLB free agency so far this winter.
The Marlins, guys. I thought Tim Anderson was going to go there. I was going to buy a Tim Anderson jersey.
Like I said, Cody Bellinger to the Marlins, baby. Let's get it.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. That'd be such a good fit.
Could you imagine they also get Blake Snell? If they go full on 2012 free agency when they got Mark Burley and Jose Reyes.
Yep.
If they did that again with these guys,
that'd be fun.
Could you imagine Blake Snell with the Marlins? Oh,
that'd be fun.
God.
That'd be fun.
Now there's reports that they're open to trading Jesus Luzardo, and I'm like, all right, they're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, no, they got to keep
it. It continues the trend of anytime they win a playoff, anytime they make the playoffs, they immediately blow up their team the next year.
Dude, keep him, Yuri Perez, and Sandy Alcantara. Dude, that's a deadly, deadly rotation, dude. When healthy, oh my God. They got to keep.
Then you still got the big kahuna, Josh Bell, and Jake Berger.
Yep. And Mr. Almost 400, Luis Arias, build around him.
Maybe you want to throw in Luke Voigt. Voigt, huh? You get another big boy. Just get them all the big kahunas.
Big kahunas.
Daniel Vogelbach. G-Man Choi was born to be a Marlin.
Oh, yeah.
He was. I
can see him being a Marlin.
Stood up for the Marlins.
Jake
I like G-Man Choi.
G-Man
Choi would be good for the Mets, too.
Yeah,
he'd be a fan favorite. They love fat guys over there. They do.
Mike Ford.
Yeah, Mike Ford.
Dude, Mike Ford kind of raked for the Mariners for like 2 weeks. Yeah. He was their DH. We went over this last week.
Yep. And Guy said the Mariners too. They need to get some. They need to get bats.
Well, I was watching MLB Network one of these past days, and they were talking about the Mariners needing to get someone like Soler, and I was like, why wouldn't they just go sign someone like Bellinger, who's a free agent? Why wouldn't they go after him?
Crazy.
Apparently, that need more offense.
Because, dude, their pitching, and I know we did talk about this last week. The Seattle Mariners pitching is fucking awesome, dude. It's fucking sick.
Gnarly.
They just need hitters. That's it. Cody Bellinger would fit well. He'd fit well in Seattle.
Oh yeah, he would. That's a good point, Nick. He would be good. I mean, he could be good anywhere. He's Cody Bellinger.
Yeah, he's a beast.
He'd be good anywhere except Dodger Stadium, which is hilarious because he won an MVP there. But he was also unplayable. So
yeah, that was a weird little career. Cody Bellinger had in LA.
What if he goes to the Angels?
That would be awesome.
And he
Mike
just
Trout together.
Absolutely goes off.
I could see it.
And they still missed the playoffs by like 30 games.
Yeah.
I know I'm kind of jumping ship here, but I was just looking at the Devils Capitals game, and the only other game on right now is Maple Leafs Anaheim. And I was gonna ask, I'm like, do you think Austin Matthews can score 70 goals? And in the first period, this guy already has 4 shots on goal. I mean, he's not leading the league in points, but he's leading the league in goals scored, and he's at 29. And the next player is Kucherov at 27. So it's not a huge gap. It's only a 2-goal difference. But I think we talked about this previously. I mean, maybe I'm probably going back like couple episodes, like maybe even 2 months ago.
No, I think like our second or third episode, I brought up the question on our topic, reading between the pipes. It was, can Austin Matthews score 70, 75 goals?
And then I said, can Bedard get over or under 80 points? And I said over, and you said Matthews is gonna score 70 goals.
Yeah. And then I actually had Bedard at like 75, 80 points. I think he's a little below a point per game pace this season. I think he's like due for like 80 points or something.
Yeah, I thought Bedard was going to get 80 points. I think he's been outstanding, but yeah, I don't know. I think Austin. My favorite though, if I had to say for the Hart Trophy for hockey, is probably Kucherov.
Oh yeah, Kucherov's having an insane year. Guy, you might like this, but I'm not gonna lie. I think the one guy who I would pick for MVP personally is Panarin, dude.
Really?
Yeah, he's my pick right now. I think Kucherov, I think he's got it though. But like seeing how well the Rangers have done with all the change in the coaching staff and just how well Panarin has played this year, my vote would go Panarin. I
mean, listen, I'm not gonna deny I do think he's definitely up there, maybe top 3 talks right now, because he's shooting the puck finally.
He's insane, dude.
He's finally shooting the puck, and the puck's going in the net. So I mean, like. He's seeing the net clearly right now.
No.
He's got 23 goals this year, and I think last year his total in goals was 29.
Yeah, he's gonna pass that. He's getting 40 goals this year.
Maybe it's because I'm a homer, but his name is Jesper Bratt. And he's the Hart winner of 2023-24.
It's not in the Hart winner of his own team, but yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be there for it. I cannot wait to be there.
All right.
Listen to these stats. Listen to how good this guy is. Oh my God. First of all, his name is Jesper. Great name.
Jesper.
Second of all,
what's he, a magician?
He's 5'10". Huh. Interesting. He's already got 43 points. He's tied 15th in the league. That's insane. Tied 42nd in goals. 14. Tied 11th in assists with 29. 150 plus and plus minus. He's got a -2. So
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where we're going here.
Did you say Hart or Shark trophy there, Dennis? I'm trying to...
Listen, no, all jokes and memes aside, anytime I turn the game on, he's always in the middle of something, man.
He's sick.
Like that guy.
Oh, he's a solid player. He's a solid player for the Devils.
All jokes aside, it's Connor McDavid's world, and we're all just living in it.
Oh yeah, McDavid's a fucking cheat.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of time until he starts getting hot. I mean, I'm pretty sure he had 5 points in one game the other day.
He's
unbelievable.
McDavid's on a heater right now, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's just a matter of time until we're sitting here trying to figure out who it is, and then he just comes out of nowhere. And
exactly.
Gets 140 points and calls it a day.
Yep.
And they're a Western Conference.
He was cold to begin the year, and he wasn't playing to his standards at all the first like 2 weeks. And the fact he's like, what is he, top 5, top 3 in scoring right now? Total points? Gotta be.
Total points, he is 3rd behind.
Yeah, dude, like
McKinnon. And
he's eventually gonna get one. It's gonna be either him or Kucherov at 1.
Yeah, that's the thing with like like we're sitting here saying like, oh, it's definitely Kucherov for McDavid because Panarin. I mean, he is good. I'm not like top 5 right now, but like the consistency is just there with McDavid, and he's just gonna, he's just like Dennis said, it's like we're all just living in his world. He's a different breed, man.
Dude, I saw this stat, and I hate to say this as a Bruins fan, but I gotta say it's crazy. Brad Marchand made his debut in like 2009, 2010. McDavid has more career points than Marchand, and McDavid debuted in 2015. He has 900 points in 600 games.
Yeah, I mean that's just
fifth fastest player to get to that statistic.
No, yeah, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's. I know it's very cliche because we're both Oilers, but he's the Gretzky of our generation. That's just it.
So if you had to pick right now, midseason award, maybe a little less than midseason award, who's getting the Hart Trophy? You're picking Panarin, or
as of right now, where it stands, I'll go Panarin. And like I hate to say, because of like how like because the talent wise of Kucherov, McDavid, and Panarin, like I will be that guy to say it. And I usually don't like putting team record or whatever in it, but Panarin is the engine of that fucking team. How good they're fucking doing.
Yeah, right now, yeah, I would definitely say that.
And I think that's like
performing without Fox when the Fox was hurt.
It's literally splitting hairs. So like when it comes to splitting hairs, like if you're talking about Trout versus Harper and shit like that, blah blah blah. I guess I will bring up team record or like what they do for that team. I think Panarin's just dude, he's fucking sick. They beat the Bruins. They're beating all these top teams. They're the best record still, right?
Yeah, I mean they just get their fucking ass kicked by the Hurricanes 6-1 last night.
Like,
but
if McDavid didn't score freaking over 140 points last year, and homers himself, I would have picked Pastrnak for the Hart. Guy scored 60 goals, best regular season team of all time. Still, I mean, the record was there. But yeah, if McDavid does what he did last year again, I'm picking McDavid. But like a cold start's a cold start, and Panarin's got the points. The Lightning aren't doing, they're not doing that well. I'll go Panarin.
Which is kind of, I mean, like I'm not that surprised with it because they did get Vasilevsky back late and he's hurt, or he was hurt. But I don't know. Yeah, I would. I guess where you start bringing in like team stats and where they are in the standings and all that. Yeah, Panarin's a good pick.
I'm usually not a fan of that, but like when it comes to like these three guys, we're talking about how they're doing right now in the season. I'll give the edge to Panarin, and I'll go against the grain a little bit, because McDavid's won the Hart every other fucking year. So like,
yeah, I mean, at one point you're just
want to change it up, spice it up a little bit,
change it up a little bit, get the people talking.
Exactly.
What about Nathan McKinnon?
He's a good pick. He's like the McDavid or Panarin of that team. Like he's like the difference maker.
Yeah,
because he can do everything too.
There's another stat I was reading. It was like most points in the last calendar year. So I think it was from like January 1st, 2023 to January 1st, 2024. McKinnon's like second behind McDavid for points. It's crazy.
And they have a solid. I mean, their team is good too. I mean, Mikko Rantanen, Kyle McCarr.
Mikko Rantanen's a fucking monster, dude.
Devon Tays, like they're a very good team.
Yeah, I was watching them last night versus the Islanders. I was like, this team's
that went to OT.
Sick. Yeah,
that's why like when the Rangers had their run against in like 2021 when they went and they lost to the Lightning in the Eastern Conference Finals, I knew they were not beating the Avalanche.
Yeah,
I mean the Avalanche were just.
No one was stopping that.
Playing in rhythm and flowing perfectly. I mean, they were just unbeatable.
Yep.
They're a very good team.
Yeah, they're insane. Definitely good pick, though, Dennis. That's a good player to bring up for sure.
Yeah, I'll stick with it. But I know nothing about hockey. I'll stick with it, though.
I mean, listen, let's get the cat-friendly thing going open right now. Let's talk about trade deadlines.
So who am I going to throw to the Seattle Kraken? I'll tell you what, Connor McDavid for a first. Who says no?
No, yeah, there's definitely a lot of moves I think that are going to be coming up soon.
I just can't wait for the Devils to win the cup this year.
I don't know.
I can't wait for Brad Marchand to win the Hart Trophy and the Conn Smythe. Let's can you change the sport here? It's only NFL and NBA. Damn.
What if you do cap friendly?
Yeah, FanSpa. What did you say?
Look up cap friendly and try and figure out how Stamkos can get to the Rangers or the Bruins. Devils made a huge splash last year though in the trade deadline. They got Timo Meier.
Shit, what the fuck?
I like that guy.
Yeah, I mean he was having a great season last year. I haven't really been keeping up with the Devils this year. You would probably know more than me, Dennis.
I probably wouldn't.
No.
I watch the games very sporadically. I'm watching it right now though.
You said it's 4-3?
5-3. We got a power play goal. Let's go, baby.
Capitals, I mean, that's Nick's boy over there. Ovi.
Ovechkin.
We're storming the Capitol, baby. I'm kidding.
Ovechkin's heating up, man.
He's got 2 assists right now.
And he's got 3 goals in his last 5, I want to say.
Look who scored 2 goals. Mercer. Our hot topic.
Future Boston Bruin. Future #1 center on the Boston Bruins.
I can't wait for him to get the hat trick.
Linus Ullmark's going to look great in white and red.
It's hard not to look good in white and red.
Bruins got to trade him. If there's a Bruins topic I bring up, Bruins got to trade Ullmark like yesterday, dude. They got to trade him.
Who would be? Oh my God. Rangers topic. The Rangers just called up Brendan Othman.
Oh yeah, he's sick, dude.
I can't believe I forgot about that. Sitting here talking about hockey.
Sick. He was killing it. What was he in the AHL before this?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was killing it.
I didn't think he was honestly going to get the call up, but one of the forwards went down for the Rangers last night, so they're week to week, and they called him up. It's a huge opportunity for the kid to work for a spot. If he plays like he's playing in the AHL, I mean, the Rangers would love to have some third, fourth line depth doing something, because our Rangers' third, fourth line has been terrible since they lost Kakko.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't complain when they're winning, like they're one in the league, but like I saw a stat today that in like the past month, like they've been on a decline.
So let me. You go, Dennis. You go.
No, because I'm going to take it a little off topic, but still hockey related. So you go.
So what do you think about Othman? Do you think what's he going to be on the fourth line starting?
The guy that got hurt was Picklick, and he was a fourth line guy.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I've never heard that guy before. So
yeah, Picklick, he was just fourth line hockey player.
Yeah,
they're just out there.
They come and go. Yep.
But I don't know. There's a couple of different routes they can go. I mean, if he goes to the fourth line, he's playing with Goodrow and VC. So I mean, that's not terrible. Goodrow has experience playing with Panarin, and VC's just a fourth line beast.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's definitely some offense to be created there. He definitely brings a spark. But the third line, I don't know. Third line's a little iffy. I mean, Cully, Bonino, and then you put Othman there. I wouldn't be surprised if they put him up in the first line because Wheeler is just not it.
Yeah,
Wheeler is just not it. I mean, that guy is old and slow and is just a problem on the ice. And listen, I like the veteran presence. I wouldn't mind if he's on the fourth line, but he just doesn't really bring any sort of like spark to that.
Yeah, he kind of
Kreider and Zibanejad.
Like, yeah, I was about to say those two guys. They're very.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing Othman. Try it out. See
why not?
But yeah, I mean, to start, they're probably going to put him on the fourth or third line.
Gotcha. What are you gonna say, Dennis? I hear you, man. I hear you.
It's been a long day. Early dogs.
Oh, you're telling me. I hear you, dude.
So, I was doing all this stuff. So, no offense.
No, you're good.
For our Islander fans that listen in, because obviously all three of us are New Yorkers. Most of the people we know are New Yorkers. Islanders, how do you feel about them? A lot of my friends are pretty disappointed in the season thus far. They don't like Lou Amarillo. They don't like the coaching. They don't like this. They don't like that. What do you think about the Islanders? What moves should they be looking at making at the deadline?
Offense. I've been saying this for 10 years.
Yeah, Nick's been saying this
forever. I've been saying they need Bo Horvat was a great addition last year. Awesome addition. Him and Barzell are cooking together now finally. And look, I watch a lot of Islanders games because my parents are huge Islander fans, so it's just always on TV. I just catch myself watching it. They're the most boring team in hockey. I think they're the most but boring doesn't mean bad. They play great defensive. Guy can attest this as well. They'll lock you out. They'll choke you down. They'll make sure like it's a 1-0, 2-1.
Yeah, I mean,
game.
if they get the first goal on you, good luck coming back.
Yeah, they are a lockdown defensive
they're
team.
Just gonna play. They're just gonna play a trap on you, and you're just gonna be forcing shit. And if you don't execute on it, they're gonna come down 2-1 and probably score.
Like I was just saying, I was watching an Avalanche game, and despite the score, it was a pretty high scoring game for that. But like, they'll keep up with you too. Like, the Avs, they're gonna score 5 goals. The Islanders will be right there with 4. Like, it's crazy. They'll make sure they always get one back on you. I don't know. If I was an Islanders fan, I'm not too upset about how this season is, but they need that stud. Like,
I mean, if they didn't have all those overtime losses, they could very well be first place in the Metro.
Exactly.
Ahead of the Rangers. Like, no, like, you know how many blown leads they went on for like a solid 10 games? They just went blown lead. Like, if they won those games in overtime, it's an extra point you're getting there. Like, and like they're right there in third, I'm pretty sure, in the Metro.
Yeah.
And so I'd be upset with like the inconsistency, but you can't be mad if they're right there in the playoff.
Exactly. Yeah. It could be worse. You could be far worse off. And the other thing is that they can't get Sorokin a shutout for their life. It's insane. Like, I forget what game it was I was watching. They were up like 3-0. And they let a goal in 12 seconds left. It's like, that's still a momentum killer, no matter how it's a win, but it's like, come on. Like, you want to dominate. You want to dominate a 3-0 win. You want to get your boy the shutout. Like, that's huge for a goalie, like, in his confidence and stuff.
Yeah.
They also need an offensive player. They need that 40, 50 goal scorer. I remember like 5-6 years ago when they still had Trotz, or I think it was the first year they had Trotz as head coach. I was like, get Ovechkin. Do what you got to do to get Alexander Ovechkin. He would have been a perfect fit there in that time period. But yeah, I think they're like one of those teams that's a piece or two away. Like we were talking about the Knicks kind of earlier, how they're almost there, kind of. They need like another stud, man.
But then that asks the question of who do they go and get?
That's
because
the question.
You can go and look at guys like Kane, Tarasenko.
Yeah,
I mean, they're a little older in their career, but they still have that offensive flash. Maybe Stamkos. I don't know if they need another center.
And I know the trade deadline, things always go down. We'll see who's available. Things become more clear in the stands once the time gets there. But I'm thinking like a free agent. I don't know who's really a free agent, but like they got to sign like a young guy in his prime. Like that's what they need. Like something like that, and just make them like their poster boy. That's what they really need. Because Barzell's a great player. I thought he possibly could have been that guy, but I see him more as a playmaker, solid assist guy. Bo Horvat, great goal scorer. I wouldn't put him elite. They need that elite guy. That's what they need.
Yeah, so I mean, just kind of credence to what you had said about when they were, blowing a lot of late games. They lead the NHL in overtime losses with 10. Second place in the Eastern Conference are the Maple Leafs with 7. Second place in the NHL are the Kraken with 9, who are basically playing 500 hockey, excluding their overtime losses. Not too dissimilar from the Islanders. So they're not in a great spot, but with hockey, in the playoffs, if you get in there, defense is basically all what it comes down to. So who knows? Maybe they can kind of do what they did a few years ago when they went back in the conference finals against the Lightning, but they lost for a reason. And it sounds like, from what you guys say or what friends of mine are saying that are big Islander fans, they're not really learning from their mistakes.
Yeah.
Which to me, as a Yankees fan who have seen that the past couple of years, as a Suns fan, which I'm kind of seeing now, that's never a good sign. You're supposed to be improving and whatnot. Lateral moves at best, you can't hope for that.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see what it is. I think, obviously hockey in New York is at its best when the Rangers, Islanders, and Devils are all in the playoffs or in the hunt. So hopefully that's what happens. But all three teams, maybe not as much the Rangers, but certainly the Devils and the Islanders, they need to make some moves.
One name that was popular last year, like, I don't know if it was popular on Twitter, but a lot of my friends kept mentioning for the Islanders to go after someone like Roman Josi on the
the Nashville
Predators.
Yeah.
Like that's just it's an offensive type of defenseman that is good at defense, but it's also a spark on the offensive end. And I feel like that's really sometimes like the difference maker between these teams. Like they have an offensive defenseman that's very good at defense, but it's great on offense as well.
Yeah.
Having that,
it's very valuable, and we've seen that with the Avalanche with Cale Makar. That guy.
Yeah, I mean, having a guy that can
he's pretty much a forward. He's a forward playing defense.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah, it's crazy. And
I'm not going to go and say Fox is, the great defender, but having him on offense for the Rangers is just knowing him with the puck, like something's going to happen.
Charlie McAvoy with the Bruins. It's valuable.
It really is valuable, and I think that the Islanders are starting to get that with Dobson.
Dobson's freaking.
Dobson has really been a bright spot for them.
Me and my mom were talking about it. I think he's due for a Norris soon. Not this year, obviously.
Oh yeah, I mean, after the year he's having this year, if he can keep it going into next year, and like he can carry them to like an Eastern Conference Finals or late into the playoffs, like build that kid's confidence up.
Yeah,
that'd be perfect for them.
I'm not gonna lie. Maybe next season he might be my Norris pick. I think he's gonna be knocking.
Not a bad pick because he's really turning heads this year.
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. Yeah, so, but we're gonna say that
we're about halfway through the NHL season, or almost halfway through. What teams do you guys think have been the most disappointing so far?
Ooh, that's good.
It was the Oilers for a little bit, but then they kind of broke out.
Tampa Bay Lightning. I know they're playing 500, but they should be so much better.
I have one. I don't know if you want to keep talking about them, but I think the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah, that's a good one. I expected bigger things for them, and I feel like Kaprizov hasn't really been like.
Well, he just got placed on IR like this today.
Really?
He just got placed on IR today.
Shit.
But yeah, I feel like they've kind of had inconsistencies. At goalie, they just put what's his name on IR as well, Gustafsson, but they still have Fleury, right?
Yes, the Wild still have Marc-Andre Fleury. Yep.
Yeah, I mean they're only 16-16-4, so they have 36 points. But I just always feel like they were always like a tough team to play.
Yeah.
I mean they do have a lot of people on IR as well. Zuccarello's out. Now Kaprizov's out.
That guy's still in the lead, Zuccarello. How old is he?
That's one of my Rangers trade candidates. If Minnesota keeps this up, I hope the Rangers go all out and get Zuccarello.
He's like 36, 37.
Wasn't he
for the Rangers to get him back?
I was about to say he was on you guys. He was with you guys, wasn't he?
Yeah. That guy just loves hockey, and I would love to have that guy back on.
And the thing is,
I would take him over Kane, Tarasenko. I would take that guy in a heartbeat.
I was just looking at maybe offensive players that the Islanders could get, and I had Vladimir Tarasenko's stats up.
I could see it.
Kind of a rough season for him.
He's having
Nor has Claude
Senators. That's honestly a disappointing team too this year.
That's why I was looking at them because I remember that I thought they were pretty decent last year.
Yeah, I really thought they were going to take that next step.
Young team. But
yeah, like they have a lot of young talent on that team. Tkachuk, the
6'3"
Tkachuk that Nick hates.
Matt Tkachuk can kick rocks. Awesome player though, but he can kick rocks.
What's your glitch with him? Why don't you like him?
Oh, the first round last year, Bruins were up 3-1. This dude was just a mess. He's a fantastic player, but he gets into your head, man, and he's also a bit of a dirty player in my opinion too. But
wasn't there some controversy with him that he's like a kind of a
I mean this dude almost freaking took off Hampus Lindholm's.
No, he's definitely like the typical douchebag hockey player, but like he's very good offensively as well.
Yeah, very very good player, very good.
He's
player.
like he's gifted on both sides. Like
what a block.
We're hitting the hour and a half mark.
Yes, I don't know how much more you guys want to talk about.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the free agents real quick for the Islanders. There's got to be somebody. Because what they need like a right winger, I'm pretty sure, right?
That's why I like Tarasenko as a trade piece.
Yeah.
He is having a down year, but I mean, you get that trade midseason and you can turn it around. There's still a lot of hockey left.
Exactly.
There's at least upside with him, the pedigree of him.
Patrick Kane's another piece.
Yeah, Kane and Islanders jersey would be fucking funny, dude. Oh man.
I feel like Kane is, if the Red Wings don't pan out and make it to the playoffs, I do feel like he's coming back to the Rangers. But one person that's been iffy. I've been saying I want Tarasenko, but if the Rangers do go the Kane route, I can see Tarasenko definitely going to the Islanders.
Interesting.
They need that. They need that offense, dude. They need it.
Yeah, they need it because, dude, they have a
because we're sitting here
10.
talking about Horvat and Barzal and who else? I mean, you got Brock Nelson as well, but he's just a pure shooter. Like that's really it.
They just need like I look at Brock Nelson and Horvat as like B tier guys. You know what I mean? Like they're great. Like I want to call them sidekicks, but good role players. They'll get you 30 goals. You need that, like, I know this is asking a lot, but you need that, like, Pasternak, McDavid, Austin Matthews. You need that.
We're sitting here talking about it. Like, the three teams that we liked all have that player. Jack Hughes with the Devils, Panarin with the Rangers, Pasternak with the Bruins.
That's what they need.
I mean,
they need, like,
Kucherov has – I mean, you have Kucherov and Stamkos on the Lightning. Like, you got Nathan McKinnon. Like, you don't really – when you think of Barzal, you don't think of, like, comparing him to those type of players. You think of him more of, like, as a passer.
Yeah, he's more of like
the speed. I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah. You need that big name talent.
You need that stud, whether it's through the draft, or whether they get somebody, or whether it's they ink in a freaking free agent for 10 years. They gotta do something.
And I really did think Barzal was gonna be that guy, but he's really just not panning out to be that guy.
Yeah, and he is panning out to be a good player, but like we said, not that elite year in, year out stud. You know what I mean? 100 points a season.
Who knows? Maybe they make a trade at the deadline, get someone big name like that, bring him
in. Yeah, but the only thing I'm concerned about for the Islanders is I don't know if you'd almost rather have a younger player and kind of build towards the future than have an older guy. Like I remember when Oliver Wahlstrom first came up with them, and a lot of my friends are high on him. He sucks.
Yeah,
dude, he has 5 points on the year.
Yeah,
like he hasn't developed close to what they thought he'd be. I'm not trying to sound like a hater.
Yeah.
Dude's got 5 points.
No, but they're not panning out. That
you know what I mean? Like that was a first round pick in 2018.
Yeah,
11th overall. So it's not. You guys could see I'm bullshitting my way through like the stats, but like I remember all my friends are high on him.
They're valid points. Like I mean, you want these players to go down into the minors, develop, and come up with these studs, and then they just don't pan out.
It's like there's no in between. There's guys like him who's 23 years old, and guys in their early 20s like Simon Holmstrom. Or it's guys that are kind of over the hill, like or getting up there in age. It's kind of an awkward spot to be in, and they have guys. The good thing for them though is if they make the playoffs, they have guys that have had moments before. I remember in 21, that last Lightning playoff series, I think it was.
Yeah.
And JG Pageau was like a bucket for them. Like he had like a good run for them. So like they have guys that have had moments, have had like those opportunities. Barzal's been there forever, but it's certainly a weird time to like I guess be an Islanders fan. Probably, I'm guessing doesn't help.
They got to make a splash at the deadline. They have to.
Noé Morello just keeps bringing in like over the hill guys.
Yeah,
like I was saying, like maybe Tarasenko or Claude Giroux, but then I'm like, I'd almost rather take a flyer on a young guy than see what we have with a guy whose best days are behind him. You know, how much talent can you really get out of someone who's in their mid-30s when the rest of your team is in their mid-30s? That's how guys get injured and whatnot, is you keep banking on dudes that just can't do it anymore. So kind of weird to see them coming down while the Rangers and Devils are coming up, although the Devils are having a disappointing season so far, injuries and whatnot. But seeing like a young nucleus being developed for the Devils and a youngish nucleus.
I would say out of the three teams
Rangers
we're talking about right now, I think the Devils have the most promising future, honestly.
I'd hope so. I mean, you have the Hughes brothers.
Do. They have so much young potential in that team. Like the Rangers, like you talk about Zibanejad, Kreider, Panarin. Like these guys are all
north of 30.
North of 30. Like they're older.
Yeah.
Yes, they're still producing, but I mean, they're going to start Trocheck's older.
Pretty much their window is now.
Yeah, it's
their window is now. Yeah.
And if it's not this year, then they're very limited on time. Very limited.
But real quick, back to the Islanders' potential guy that they might need. Freaking William Nylander, man's a free agent. That could be it. He just sounds like an Islander.
Nylander. That name. I don't know much about him, but that name is
Nylander.
That's an Islander if I've ever heard one.
That's an Islander name right there. I can just see it. You put him at the first line, dude. Move Bo Horvat to left wing, and then Barzal on your right wing. Woo.
Stamkos is a free agent too.
Yeah,
he's a free agent
after this year. Yeah, Stamkos is a free agent.
Okay.
That's why.
No.
That's why I'm saying it's a trade deadline. He's probably going to get traded if the Lightning don't figure it out because he's.
Could you imagine he's on the Islanders?
Hopefully to the
after
Bruins.
sending them out 3 years in a row, 2 years in a row at least.
No. The Bruins did.
That's what I'm saying. This trade deadline for hockey is going to be very, very interesting.
There's a lot of good centers on the free agent market too next year. Stamkos, William Nylander, Sam Reinhart having a great year, Jake Wenzel.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. So
get him the fuck out of Pittsburgh. I can't stand that guy.
Yeah, the Bruins have options at center, and all those guys I think can play maybe wing too. I think. So the Islanders have options.
That's actually going to be a tough. That's going to be a tough situation with the Penguins. I'm not even just saying that because I hate them, but
yeah,
you just traded and signed Carlson.
Yep.
You just signed the big three that are way north of 30.
Oh yeah, they're all north of 35.
Yeah, you're going to kind of be, you're going to be squeezing for money around, free agency.
Yeah,
if they fall, hopefully they fall out. But if they fall out too, the Penguins, that's another trade piece they could possibly trade away. In Getzel, I'm telling you, this year's gonna be a lot of trade talk this year.
Yeah,
hockey.
Another guy,
and I still stand by the Red Wings falling out and trading Kane.
Yeah, I could see it. See what happens. But yeah. I'm going to say right here, the Islanders need to get William Nylander. He's such an Islander. He is such an Islander.
For the Islanders' sake, I hope they do, but for Rangers' sake, I hope they don't.
Yeah, I hear you. He's an insane talent.
Yeah, that guy, that's the guy they need though, to be like that star-studded.
Because I see Bo Horvat's from the current line situation. He's the current center one. You move him.
How long is Mitch Marner lined up for? Sorry.
I think he's there for a bit, maybe a couple more years, 2 more years.
But Nylander's always been that odd man out of that.
Exactly.
Like Marner's I'm still taking Marner, Matthews, and
the Maple Leafs. Yeah, the Maple Leafs because they're gonna keep Matthews and Marner for sure over.
But Nylander. He's having that year right now to get signed big money, so good for him.
And the Islanders, they gotta get him, dude. Maybe the Bruins too. Bruins need a center, man. Bruins. I'm liking these options at center. Sam Reinhart on the Bruins. Oh my god, I could see that. We'll see what happens.
Mitch Marner's signed. He's an unrestricted free agent in 2025.
Ooh, so next year. Okay. Oh my god, pipe dream. He comes to the Bruins. That's not gonna happen though. Well, anything else you guys want to talk about, or
I think we pretty productive. Talked a lot
this was a good episode.
All our opinions may be wrong.
Oh,
roll. May be right.
You got audio. What's going on? Wow, we are.
Tonight is just not it, man.
Oh yeah, dude, this is our morning show. Bro. Why is this not fun?
Some of our opinions may be
wrong. What's going on right here? Dude, I'm clicking. I'm not even clicking that one.
We have to do no audio.
Some may be right.
Yeah, wow. That's brutal. I'm clicking the usual music too. we go down with no music for the end of this episode. We can edit all this out, but yeah. Well, this was Pastimes on the Mic, episode 15. No music's really awkward. Thank you for tuning in. Send us any questions below. Here's the Gmail. I know Dennis, he's still in fantasy championship week, so you never know. You got any questions? Shoot us an email. Fantasy hockey, fantasy basketball's in full swing. Baseball, hopefully his offseason heats up soon. Tell us where you think guys land. Will Cody Bellinger be a Marlin, a Mariner? Let us know. This was Pastimes on the Mic. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.